Hello, I'm Charlie Horton from Acumatica, and today I have with me Larry Noble of Evron Computers, a Acumatica reseller from Toronto, Canada. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Charlie.
Larry, tell me a little bit about Evron Computers and the market you serve.
Sure. Evron is a systems integrator. We're located in Toronto, Canada, as you mentioned. We're about a 50-person firm and been in business actually 31 years. So we've historically dealt with certain ERP solutions that are, at this point, I would say, are end of life. And fortunately for us, we discovered Acumatica a couple of years ago, and we started actually the process of migrating some of our clients, to this new and exciting platform, and enjoying the conference here very much.
Larry, when you were looking to, pick up a new ERP and start to sell it, what made you choose Acumatica?
Well, since we were dealing with a customer base that in many cases we've been supporting for 10, in some cases even as much as 20 years, we wanted to give them a solution that we felt they could sit with or work with for the next 10, 15 years, which is the typical life cycle of an ERP. Mm-hmm. So I did an industry search. I quickly rejected some of the more classical solutions because I felt there was no point in moving someone off a 20-year-old solution to another 20-year-old solution. Acumatica seemed to fit the bill in terms of having very state-of-the-art technology. Certainly, being a technology company ourselves, we had a lot of people who appreciated that. And the feature functionality was important. And the other aspect was I found that dealing with the Acumatica people, they were very VAR-friendly. Being a VAR, I like people who are VAR-friendly. And the whole culture I found within Acumatica was very conducive to that. Something we had experienced years ago, but sort of had died out with some of our existing solutions.
Now we've announced a lot of the great things here at the summit so far today, and 5.0 is coming. What's most exciting to you?
5.0 is really exciting. We actually got a couple of implementations, in the very early stages, and we're sort of debating internally: are we ready to start trying to get those people onto 5.0? The main thing I got so far out of the conference is a reaffirmation of the decision. Like it's one of these things that the deeper we're getting, the more we're liking what we see. It's not, you hate the reverse, which when you discover the real facts, you realize you made a big mistake. So this is, and we brought down, there's 6 of us down here, so we brought down quite a team. And what I find is that everyone coming down here is totally pumped. They're all excited and exuberant about the product, and looking forward to going back and telling our customers and our prospects about the wonderful things Acumatica will give to them.
So if I'm a customer looking to either upgrade my ERP or purchase my first ERP, why should I choose Evron Computers?
Well, I think we're trustworthy. I mean, basically, we want to be a trusted advisor to our clients. The fact that we're going to tell them what we think in terms of why we think Acumatica is a good solution for them, why, candidly, we don't think some of the other things are as a good long-term solution. We have a lot of depth. We can deal with everything from implementation of the system. We have a fairly significant developer group, so we can deploy those resources. We have an IT department that actually effectively can be running someone's IT, in someone's IT system. So we can be a single point of responsibility, and that's always been a strong selling point for our organization. I think the number one thing is technology. I'll say technology at an affordable price. There's certainly the market is separating into certain groups that are, I'll say, more the legacy products that will put some kind of veneer on the thing to try to get some version of what you can get from a true cloud solution. And of course, those products that are cloud solutions. And amongst that group, Acumatica, so far we haven't found any limitations. And I think as we're hearing at the conference, the ease of integration allows a broadening of the capabilities without having to write millions of lines of codes, oneself, which of course takes a long time. What actually is astounding to me has been how much has been delivered in only 1 year. I was here last year, and I liked it last year, and this year I said, in only 1 year, so much has happened, and that's pretty exciting. It gives us confidence actually to go into opportunities where we're thinking, does Acumatica yet do that? With the sense that if it needs to, to do that, we actually know the people that we say, you know what, for this particular customer, if you do these things, not only will we get this customer, but we'll actually open up certain vertical opportunities. And I think even talking to some of the people here, like John and Ali and Sean, my sense of it is constant reinforcement of that feeling.
So in selling and competing against old legacy ERPs and new ERPs, do you have any war stories?
Yeah, we have one particular opportunity that we've been working on that, wishfully and hopefully we're going to close shortly. Everything indicates that we will. And it's interesting that we went. They had three alternatives. By far, they were an existing Sage site. Sage made it financially very attractive for them to go to another Sage product. And in addition to Acumatica, they were also looking at one of the Microsoft products. Their conclusion, at this point, they brought in their IT department, who is fairly competent or capable. And upon their evaluation, they basically rejected the other non-Acumatica alternatives simply because of the technology. The fact that there's no client, made it highly attractive. And that's one of the benefits, I think, of selling Acumatica is that historically we would sell to the finance department, the accounting group. And there you're trying to talk about their features and reliability and how good we can support them, how well we can support them. But you really didn't want to talk about the technology because you didn't have a good story. Here we're in the reverse scenario where we want to bring in the IT people because when they look at it, they salivate. They want to get at that product. And that's basically what we found is that highlighting the technology to that group, although they're not decision makers, they are certainly disqualifiers, I'll say. And we think that we're going to be successful with that. And again, it's going to be a technology story. The first pass actually to the accounting group was they actually preferred one of the legacy systems because it was so similar to the other legacy system that they were used to. So it seemed like an easy transition. But now we've done a number of presentations and demos, and they see that the depth of the Acumatica product. The product we dealt with in the past was pretty capable and was pretty feature rich. But we found with Acumatica, everything we could do before, we can do with the new product, plus we can do so much more. So that, which again, just makes it all the more reassuring for the salespeople to have confidence. And again, it's easier to sell something if you're enthusiastic about it.
Thanks, Larry.